She's written a book called Food for Thought, which talks about perspectives on eating disorders. Dr. Nina, we're going to start with you because this is something that 30 million Americans deal with, whether it's anorexia, bulimia, some sort of binge eating. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you came to do this sort of work?
Well, yes, and it starts with my own story when I was 5 years old, when I suddenly and randomly decided that my thighs were fat. And I was, my parents were academic college professors. They were not watching TV or reading Glamour magazine. I had no media influences. I just suddenly thought, you know what? If my thighs were thinner, I'd somehow be a better person.
At 5?
At 5. And this began my nightmare into sort of an eating disorder, body image hell. So by the time I was an adolescent, my entire world was about how much I weighed and how much I could lose weight. So if I went hiking with friends, I wasn't thinking, wow, it's such a beautiful day, it's lovely. I was thinking, okay, how many calories am I burning? And am I going to gain weight the next morning or lose it?
Wow.
And every one of my journals was just numbers. What I ate, what I wasn't going to eat, what I weighed, what I was going to weigh. And this continued, and I would starve, I would restrict, I would binge, I would purge. I went through a cycle of every eating disorder there is.
Can you have multiple ones?
Yes.
Oh, really?
It's common for people to cycle through, sort of go from anorexia to binge eating or to bulimia and then back again. It's very common.
For some people that might not be familiar, can you just go through quickly the distinction between those three? I mean, I know there's more than that, but those are sort of the three main.
Yes, those are the three main.
So what's the difference?
Anorexia is when you restrict and you barely eat anything, you sort of embrace hunger. Usually people with anorexia turn away not just from food, but from people, become very withdrawn and isolated and preoccupied with what they weigh. People with bulimia will eat a lot of food, too much, and then purge either by throwing up or by exercising too much. And people with binge eating disorder, which by the way, binge eating disorder is the most people have binge eating disorder of all eating disorders, and they don't even realize they have it. They think they've got a problem with willpower, they think they have a problem with food, but no, they have binge eating disorder, and that is when people eat an extreme amount to the point where they're really full and uncomfortable and feel a lot of shame.
But feeling a lot of shame, isn't that, binge eating to me just sounds like a lack of willpower? Right?
It's not, and let me tell you how. No, because it's always symbolic. A lot of people feel empty inside, and they eat to symbolically fill the emptiness.